Good morning to all. My name is Anjali Soni. I am from Faculty of Journalism and Mass Communication. Today we will discuss about radio and radio terminology. Firstly, I would like to tell you about the radio. Radio is a sound communication through radio waves which transmit news, sound, music, and so on. Basically, in today's era, radio is works on entertainment base. So there are many private channels like Radio City, Radio Mirchi, and Big FM. There are many channels who works on entertainment base. So when we talk about a government channel like 100.7 Akashwadi, this radio is works basically on information purpose. So when you listen a radio government radio channel, you listen basically a news and more information. But when you listen a private channel, they work on more and more on entertainment purpose. So these are the very minor difference between our government radio and private radio. Radio is also called a blind medium because we did not see anything in radio, we only listen. So when we talk about radio, radio is full of imagination and full of creativity. When you listen a radio, you just imagine these things, like when QDJ is talk about there is raining outside, you just imagine those moments when the raining is outside and you thinking about this is the power of radio, that you can't see anything but you imagine everything. So radio is the oldest medium of mass communication, and radio is the cheapest form of communication. In rural areas, radio plays an most important role for development, because in rural areas farmers are not rich enough that they buy a television or something. They don't have time to watch a proper news channel or get information, so they just open a radio and listen each and everything and just entertain yourself and inform themselves very easily. Government is also trying to give information through this medium, like PSA. PSA is a public service announcement where we listen these terms like don't drink and drive, beti bachao, beti padhao, padhega India, tabhi badhega India. These are the public service announcement where we listen in private radio and government radio as well. Now come to our today's topic, radio terminology. Firstly, we talk about sweeper. Sweeper is a branding tune between two songs. Like there are two songs we listen back to back, like char gaane chipake or back to back songs. So there is a one branding tune in between those songs. Now come to our next point, jingle. Jingle is a tune where RJ introduce ourselves. Like every RJ have its own jingle. RJ basically, when we talk about jingle, there is a tune to entertain their audience. By tune, the audience already knows that this RJ is coming in that show. Basically, jingle helps to recognize your favorite RJ, because there are so many RJs. They want to introduce ourselves to the audience, and that you remember every RJ by its own specialization. Like RJ Pratik, he is known for its comedy purpose. They always try to entertain their public by their shows. For example, RJ Pratik is famous for its show Radio Murga. Like RJ Pratik आएगा और सबका मुर्गा बनाएगा. These are the some types of jingle where we use to introduce RJ or their show. Now come to the next point, dead air. Dead air is the unwanted silence due to the technical failure. Basically, this is occur because when the RJ is late or some technical issue is occur. So there are so many problems when dead air is announced. There is technical issue or there is some other problem. So when it's occur, the radio is stopped for few minutes or you can't listen anything. Now come to our next point, PTT. The full form of PTT is push to talk. Push to talk is a form of handheld radio. Handheld radio basically is used to transmit the voice. So PTT is very easy to carry by the RJs. So when RJ is going for interview, they carry this handheld radio for taking an interview, to sharing the point of view of anything. It is also used for taking a vox pop, like when you going for movie. So there is a RJ or a reporter who is stand outside the auditorium. They take your review, what do you like about movie, what do you dislike about movie. They taking whole review of yours. So this is called a vox pop, which is taken by this device for the radio. So these are the some radio terminology today we talk about. This is very basic terminology: sweeper, zinger, PTT, dead air, which is commonly used in radio and the basic of radio. So every mass communication must be know about this terminologies. There are so many terminologies about the radios. So there is frequency terminology. So there is other terminology the radio is used. So that is enough for today. Thank you for watching.